Welcome back to another exciting evening with the Who They Want Misfits. It's Talk to 'em Thursdays, ladies and gentlemen. And you already know, if you're listening on YouTube, we appreciate you. If you tuned in on the block, we appreciate you. If you tuned in on Facebook Live, we definitely appreciate you. And shout out to you if you tuned in on anchor.fm/whotheywantEnt. We definitely appreciate you. As you know, I'm here with the crew, my amigos, my compadres. You already know how we do. We got Kyle E in the building.
What's going on?
And we got the voice of the people, the lovely, amazing, spectacular, the Duchess, the one and only, Lady Tasha.
Hey everybody, what's going on? How you doing? We missed you. We missed y'all. We really do. And listen, I want to thank each and every one of y'all that took the time out to comment and give us your feedback on what y'all like to see. That means a lot to us, and it's very important. You know, some things matter of fact, we take all the comments and feedback very heavy consideration. Some things, we are gonna, look forward to and get some changing going on. Some things we not, because that's just how we do. You know what I'm saying? But whatever suggestions you have as far as topics, definitely hit us up with them. Because we give you who you want and what you want. You know what I'm saying? Let us know what y'all want us to talk about. You know what I mean? If you feel we talk about one topic too much and everything, that's just because we think that's the topic that, that's holding a lot of weight on everybody's lives right now. You know what I mean? And some people be missing out on it. But however, if you have any topics, send it to us. Send us to Who They Want Entertainment. Hit us up on a block with it. Hit us our DMs. And we make sure that, we're going to touch it for y'all. All right? So, but thank you again for your feedback. And, hope you're tuned in tonight. Thanks for the support as well.
You heard it here first.
Yeah. We got a dope show tonight and stuff and everything and stuff. We got Coco Sugar coming on.
You did. We got another Coco moment. And she already made sure on Instagram for all y'all that support her, have your chopsticks and your hot Cheetos ready. Because we diving in. She's bringing us the topic of interracial relationships tonight. She wants to discuss that with Misfits.
That's a lot right there. Interracial relationships. That's a big thing and stuff. So that's going to be very interesting. So how everybody been doing? Steady. Kyle?
I'm good.
I can't complain. I got some work done earlier today. Possibly got a new client, so I'm trying to impress them. So I've been working on this. But you're working on one project for like 3 or 4 hours, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm the type of person that they asked me to add sound effects, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, cool, but I love looking for sounds, But I'm always going like, okay, what adds to this? What goes for this? Blah blah blah. That's like to me that's the biggest part of the job in that case.
Right? Yeah, I hear you. Mm-hmm. I gotta get up on your platform one of these days and see what you're doing over there and stuff. Because everybody, Kyle, y'all don't know he's a player on the low. Let me tell you about it.
Not even close.
He is a player on the low.
I'm not even close.
He hit y'all off with that nerdy thing and stuff. Nah, buddy. Kyle is a player, hon. He's a player. He do more with his hands than talk. Trust me. Ask the ladies out there. Kyle's a player and stuff, but I gotta get up on your platform and see what you're doing over there.
Oh, most definitely. I'm getting ready for my next season for Able, my mental health podcast. Both of y'all are invited. Me and Big Dog just did a dope episode from my other podcast on the brain. We were talking He-Man. We were talking He-Man and Suicide Squad. It was awesome.
Definitely honored.
That was a crazy movie. That's that movie, right? Suicide Squad.
Yeah. That one is crazy. It should be coming out either, if not this week, next week. So anybody out there that's interested, check that out. I'll
definitely see that. It had to be back in like 2015 or 2016 or something like that.
Yeah, the first Suicide Squad movie. Yeah, this one is not completely different, but pretty different from the last one. So
okay.
Yeah.
All right. And I just want to say one thing. I just want to thank everybody because, the block is kind of like popping right now and stuff. A lot of activity going on. And I want to thank each and every one of y'all who's signing up and everything and, coming on, posting, letting us see about you, learn about you, get to know you and stuff. And y'all getting to know us, and, looking at the podcast with Who They Want, you know what I mean? So we encourage y'all, sign up with both Who They Want Entertainment and the block, because it definitely we definitely keeping y'all in the loop with everything and stuff. So and we are also we want to help y'all progress too. We want everybody, want to uplift everybody. Help everybody get to where they want to go. Come up on the block. And they want entertainment. And just talk about your brand and promote your brand. We here. We all doing the same thing, reaching for the stars or reaching for what we want. So
we're all trying to connect. We're all trying to build.
We're all trying to connect and network. Let me tell you something. There's no such thing as too much networking at all. You know what I'm saying? That little minute thing, that one little minute piece of connection or whatever, you might think that it's like, whatever, I'm not gonna mess with that. That might be your biggest break. So don't pass on anything. Don't overlook anything. You know what I'm saying? Connect. Reach out, hook up. And everything, but
it did. And another thing too, it's all love on Who They Want podcast. We don't create negative energy. We don't condone negative energy. We don't, you know what I'm saying? We all love one another, respect one another's craft, art, profession, whatever the case may be. And I just feel like if you're not going to support it for the generosity that it provides and the love, because we take time out of our busy day, our busy schedules to put content together for the listeners. Because if it was just up to me personally, I hang up the microphone and say, forget it. I can't deal with all the negativity that's been generated. But then I had to realize, use that as ammunition to charge you up and go harder. I done gave y'all 4 seasons, over 100+ episodes, and we finna get ready to drop season 5.
Say it again.
I just want y'all to know, this is real work. I haven't even reached my year mark yet for Who They Want podcast. And I've accomplished things that probably somebody that may got 15, 20 years in the game of podcasting. I done broke that in under a year's time. So when you mention Who They Want podcast, you see a talented group of individuals bringing you dope content from the bottom of their heart with respect and love. And y'all can keep all that negative comments and the shade throwing to yourselves. Because frankly, it's not going to stop us from progressing.
It's not. And if some of us are long-winded, that's because we got some stuff on our mind and some things to say. And we're going to say it.
I know I am. So it's a...
And I know I'm pushy. Sometimes I be cutting people off. I apologize, though. But that be sorry you having stuff to say. I don't mean it, though. I still love y'all.
Of course.
I've done that to family on my own shows. Because we get so passionate about what we're talking about that we end up talking over each other.
Right, exactly. And it's nothing about being rude. It's just all love. And because we all into the show. You know what I mean? So, we definitely, get at us, dog. Get at me. Get at me, dog.
Yo.
You did.
Lord have mercy. But yeah, y'all get up on this today and comment. And let us know what you think and join in a conversation with us. Y'all can comment on Facebook. Y'all can comment on YouTube. Get Who They Want on Facebook, YouTube, the block, and just put all your comments wherever you want. And we'll talk to you. We read them out loud. Say what you got to say. You got some advice you want to give or question you need answering. We got you.
You did? Yep. And you heard it here first. I approve this message.
The CEO approved this message.
You did.
So the weekend's coming up. Anybody got any plans?
Yes, I got my niece. Well, I hope it don't rain. Got my niece's birthday party and stuff and everything. I'm supposed to be cooking a few dishes. Well, I don't know. My bestie, she kind of picky right now, so she wants me to make lasagna without ground beef, ground meat, and I've never done that before. So
I ain't lying. That's a new one. Vegan lasagna.
I've had vegan lasagna. My mom's a health coach, and she always likes to try different recipes, right? So really, yeah, there's really nothing that except for like certain types of fish that I've tried that I did not like. So
what type of fish you don't like?
For some, I don't know what it was, but for some reason there was this one fish that my mom made, and all I saw were the bones. Right? They looked like little white hairs. I'm like, okay, can I have something else? It was like I hadn't asked for that since I was a kid. I was like, man, I don't even know what this is, but it does not look right to me, so I'm not gonna eat it. You know?
It had a lot of bones.
Yeah, just the bones were the bones looked like they were sticking out of it. That's the first thing I noticed. I was like, that can't be. Is that a thing?
Could have been trout, maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. You know?
Yeah, that sounds like the most spiny brand of fish.
Yeah.
It was, in the words of Chris Tucker, it could have been gefilte fish.
Hey.
I've never had gefilte fish. One day I actually Googled it to figure out what it was because a friend of mine had made a joke, and I'm like, you know, I heard it so many times I never figured out what it was, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. I don't think I'll have it, but big ups to anybody that likes it. You know. What's the weirdest food either one of you have ever tried, and would you try it again?
The weirdest food I ever tried?
Weirdest, yeah.
Yeah. I always go back to when my grandfather made that tongue.
I think I asked you that question. Yeah.
I will never forget that. And it was like the weirdest shit because it was like me and all my cousins. You know how you do when you young, you and your cousins get together, you're over the grandparents' house and stuff.
Right.
Everybody get their little paper plates and stuff. We was making tongue sandwiches with mayo. I was like, and back then I didn't know what it was. I mean, it was good, but now I'm looking, I was like, we was really eating tongue. And see, my grandfather, he was crazy. Like he knew how to take whatever and turn it into a meal and stuff. I mean, he cooked a coon one time. Now, I didn't eat that. I have my limits. I stopped. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But he cooked a coon one time, and I'll never forget when he cooked this coon. He brought it over to my house, and my mother wouldn't let him put it upstairs in the refrigerator. So she said, "Put it downstairs," and it was wrapped up in foil. And the form of the foil was definitely like a damn coon, a dog. You seen the 4 legs and everything.
Oh man!
It was like, so basically, Pops, he was like definitely a roadkill person. He'd get up there and kill him, get some roadkill, and make a meal. He was a survivor, and he was.
That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like he's a survivor. Like,
I mean, as
long as it's clean, he'll eat it.
Yeah, he used to make his whole sausages. I remember going down in his basement and open up the basement of my father's store and opening up this big, humongous pot, and it was a whole hog in there because he made his own hog, had cheese and sausage and all that stuff. So he made everything. So, I mean, so it's not too much weird stuff. I mean, it's weird stuff, but to me, I done seen it all.
It's only like, you know what? It's only weird because we haven't, because it's not part of our normal diet. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably what it is. Like, I'm sure if I went anywhere outside of where my comfort zone, I'd find a bunch of weird things to me.
Well, yeah, you go down to Florida. Yeah,
you come to Quincy, Florida. We all them things. Whatever she just mentioned is a delicacy down here.
I've been to Florida a few times, but only as a tourist. You know what I'm saying?
He said only as a tourist, really?
Only as a tourist. Like I've met up with family. We've gone to Disney. We've gone to Gatorland, done all that touristy stuff, but never actually got to experience Florida like a local.
Well, come hang out with me for a week. I got you.
You eat alligator down there?
I'm sorry, say again. You say alligator?
You eat alligator down there?
Mm-hmm.
Alligator.
Yeah.
What does it taste like? Does it taste like a fish?
Okay, personally, I've never tried it because I ain't the one that do the frog leg and
you had some alligator down there.
Nah, from what I've heard, it tastes like chicken, but just a little more tougher or greasier or something. That's from what I heard. I never tried mine.
Now I had gator nuggets.
Gator what?
I had gator nuggets at Gatorland. So the irony was not lost on me. I'm sitting here eating gator nuggets in front of a bunch of gators, right? So part of me felt bad. I was like, I hope I'm not eating family, but because they're literally surrounding surrounding where we were. Some of them had just had their meal. They they feed them like whole chickens, right? I'm like, oh, okay. But from what I can remember, they were kind of stale, and the meat was a little not gamey. It was actually pretty good, but it was just stale because I think it was like the last batch they had that day. So that's my experience with gator. It's all right. What I have, and again, probably not in front of a bunch of gators, but maybe. You
felt bad.
I felt bad because I was eating in front of a bunch of gators. That's like going to a burger. That's like going to a burger joint and you're surrounded by cows. It just feels different. You know what I'm saying?
Word. It does.
Okay, remember that episode of The Simpsons where they go to this restaurant that looks like a barn, and you are allowed to kill your own cow, and that's the steak you'll get.
Oh yeah, I remember that episode.
Like,
it was
imagine,
like that.
I don't know if places like that actually exist, but part of me is like, because I'm trying to cut down on my meat anyway, I don't know if I can handle that, to be honest. I
don't know about the eating the gator, but I damn sure get me have a nice bag made or something.
Right.
I wouldn't feel bad about that at all. Nice gator bag and stuff and everything. But
yeah.
What about you, Steve? What's the weirdest thing you done ate?
Swordfish.
Swordfish?
How is that? How is that?
I ain't gonna lie. At the time, because my brother had smoked it on the grill. And he smoked pork chop. So I guess the flavor of the pork chop kind of soaked into it. So me, when I tried it, I just thought it was pork chop. And then my brother come in, looked at the pan he had, and noticed there was a piece of the swordfish missing. And he looks at me like, oh, that swordfish was good. And I'm looking like, And he was like, yeah, you just had swordfish. And he was like, huh, you want some more? I was like, you know what? I'm good. I was good until you identified what it was. Nah.
What was wrong with swordfish? Is there something supposed to be wrong with it or something?
Because it's freshwater fish, and I hate the taste of freshwater fish. Like, I can't stand that.
I heard somewhere that it has the highest mercury level. So
that's probably why I hated it too.
I think tilapia. Well, they said tilapia is not like a real fish. It's a fish, but I don't know. They just said there's a lot of.
It's a man-made fish. It's made from parts of all the other fishes, from what I've heard.
Ooh, I love me some catfish and some grits. I'll make that in a minute. Ooh.
Catfish and grits, most definitely.
I'll make me a meat and grits, boy. I can make some grits. I'll put some old seasonings up in there, make it with that half and half. I do everything rich.
Man, I don't even need that. You can give me plain grits, I'll be happy. But
I didn't make plain grits. Let me tell you something. I make grits with everything. I remember the first time I made grits for this one dude I was dating. I made it with grits. And I had made oxtails the night before. I took them oxtails and heated them up and put that oxtails right over them grits and did that gravy. It was good. Yeah, I ate that before. That's some old Southern stuff.
I mean, oxtail though. I'm down. I'm down for either one. I surprised some family when I was in Jamaica because they didn't know I had oxtail before.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a couple of Jamaican spots around here, so there's oxtail on the menu. Obviously, I had it before.
Mm-hmm. So. Well, I like the thick oxtails and stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, because when I get oxtails, I ask them to cut them thick. Because a lot of them Jamaican restaurants, they they'll make them like real thin and stuff and everything. But I like mine thick.
Word.
Is that Coco?
Coco, you there with us? Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Coco, my dog think I'm calling her because her name is Coco too. Mm-hmm. Where you at, Coco? I want to see your beautiful face.
Hi.
There you go.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Good?
What's going on?
What's going on, Mama?
Nothing much. He had to do the one puff today.
What?
Was gonna give you afro, but it did not work out. I don't know what happened. Not sure. But hello, everyone. How is y'all day going?
Fantastic.
I'm fine. It's fantastic. Every day above ground is a good day. Can't complain.
Word. Cannot complain.
Amen. So, y'all talking about Florida. What we not gonna do is disrespect my state.
I ain't nobody disrespected.
No,
I
no
didn't
disrespect. No, there's no disrespect. Everything that we said about Florida was good.
No,
We ain't got time for you to
Gator
try to
tastes
fake
like
Regina on.
Oh, you know what? No, if you ever had Gator though, it tastes like chicken gizzards. If you ever had that.
Okay, it tastes like chicken gizzards. Okay.
Never had gizzards. No.
It tastes like chicken gizzards. It's kind of chewy.
Chewy.
But
Okay.
meat wise. And I did not know you were in Florida. Sir, what part of Florida are you in?
I'm in Quincy, Florida, right next to Tallahassee. I'm in the north section.
Oh, are you in Florida though at that point? Just saying. Like, okay, because I'm from Miami.
Oh,
and like we don't
okay.
say we're from Florida. Like if they ask me, oh, where you from? Miami. Oh, so you're from Florida? No, I'm from Miami.
Segregated ourselves.
Yeah, why is that though?
Have you ever been to Miami? There's a reason why.
Because it's Miami though.
I've never actually been. Technically, I have, but I haven't.
Okay.
Well, I've been on a cruise and we stopped in Miami, but I didn't get off the boat. Like they spent like a good day and a half in Miami, and I decided not to get off the boat that day. So I've been there, but I haven't.
Gotcha.
You know what? Just growing up, we just said it like that. Like, oh, where you from? Miami. Oh, so you're from Florida? No, I'm from Miami. But is it Miami? No, it's Miami though.
Dang.
Like you don't like when people go visit. You don't go say, "Oh, I'm gonna go visit Miami, Florida." No, you're gonna go visit Miami.
And you apply straight to
I don't
Miami.
hear anybody. I don't hear anybody else like rep it like people from Miami do. Like I'm not. I don't hear anybody that say, "Oh, what part of Florida are you going?" Tallahassee, Tampa. My aunt just moved to Tampa, so she'll say, "Yo, we're going." She said we're going to Tampa, so now I know. I can't.
We're separate. We're our own breed of our own. We're our own breed. But no, the weirdest thing that I've had though.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus, it's so bad to say.
Oh Lord.
It's a thing. Okay.
She said a thing. Turtle?
Turtle.
I ain't never ate no turtle.
Yeah. And it's a breed of turtle down here in Florida called gopher turtle.
Turtles have different breeds?
They're very underground. Yeah, different species, I guess.
Man, I swear we've had this conversation before, and if so, I am sorry for bringing it up again. Now, I'm just having this deja vu moment right now.
I never knew turtles had different breeds.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No. I started the conversation. I'm just saying. I feel like we've had this conversation before.
It's like different species, I guess.
Yeah,
different species. And a breed of species is the same thing, child. But anyway,
so what does the turtle taste like?
So it buried underground. Okay, the way my grandmama made it tastes like beef stew.
Grandma got a recipe for it. Go ahead.
I don't want the recipe no more. She can keep that. She can keep all that. But I did not know I was eating turtle until I got older.
Yeah. When you're a kid, you don't know what the hell you eat.
It tastes like beef stew to me. The question is, did I have seconds and thirds? I definitely did. Would I have done it knowing that it was turtle? Maybe not the thirds. I probably would have still got seconds. I don't know. Because she made my favorite cornbread. That's what got me.
Oh, the cornbread. You swap that turtle up with that cornbread. How it tastes? How that tastes? And it had gravy.
It tasted good.
Gravy?
What? Did it have gravy?
Shit, girl. What was the side dish? You had over something rice or what? What did it go with?
Rice.
Had rice. Wow.
Sounds good.
And it had okra in it too. Like I like what she put okra with. Like the way she stewed it, it had okra, tomatoes, corn. potatoes, carrots, all that.
So you just forgot the turtle was in there.
They could have told me that was another type of animal at this point. It was just good.
Like, okay, did you ever see her prepare that? Like, what was the process? Did like she had to? Have you seen her like take the shell off? Because don't the turtle have a big shell?
I did not see none of that.
Oh, you didn't see none of that.
I didn't see any of that. So we was outside playing kickball, so we didn't see none of that. It was just ooh. But when I found out when I got older, ooh, I stayed in the kitchen from then on just to make sure that meat coming out of a pack that I can recognize. Listen, if you did not buy that from Walmart, Walgreens, or Publix, it's a problem. I would not trust. I felt like my grandma just like lied to me. Like I gave you my trust and you lied to my stomach. That is a problem.
Girl, when we was younger, our grandparents, I'm telling you, I was just telling them, my grandfather used to cook everything. We done ate tongue. Okay. You know, I done seen him take a whole hog and cook it down. I mean, a whole hog. And yeah, cook it because he made his own hog, had cheese, sausages, and now that stuff was good. I mean, he got me into tongue, but he made tongue. This stuff, and the only thing I didn't eat, I told him earlier that coon, because he made a coon one time.
My mama used to make that for my uncles.
Did your grandmother used to get a lot of roadkill?
They call him the roadkill man. He sold everything. So I'm not sure what he had on the back of his truck.
The roadkill man.
That's what his name was.
Man.
Roadkill man. Roadkill. And they call him roadkill for short.
How did he look? Look, he dressed like Elmer the Fudge, just walking around with a gun to kill. So what do you want me to kill today?
He was missing a lot of teeth except 3. He talked real fast.
Oh, he was his teeth and was talking real fast.
He only had 3 teeth and he was talking real fast. I was just very confused because at one point I'm trying to understand if this man is speaking English or not. I was just lost. And my grandmother's having a whole conversation with this man, so I'm just looking like.
And she was understanding every word, huh?
That in itself is a skill.
No, but I found out that it is a language called Geechee.
It's Geechee. We spoke about that the other day. That Geechee language. They just talk. It just talk. That's like Geechee talk.
Look, I don't know what's going on.
You know, sold your grandma a possum, some deer, and everything.
But when she go talking back to me, she talking about regular, and I'm just in my little head like, no, you're not gonna just bypass that like you ain't just talking to this man in Chinese. We're not gonna do that. We're not doing that. You just had a whole Chinese conversation with this man. What was that?
You still owe Jay a cussing out from the other day, boy. You know, I'm a shit starter.
Why?
I instigate. You owe Jay a cussing out the other day.
Oh man.
You're
by my cousin. No. Oh, I found out how tall she really is.
How tall is she?
She's 6'1".
6'1"?
She's 6'1".
She's still dunking on dudes.
Yeah.
We're gonna let her dunk on Jay. We're gonna go on Saturday to the sports segment and let her dunk on Jay ass.
The whole show.
The whole show.
Listen, she may be on here watching. If you are here, Regina.
Hey, beautiful. We all queens. No matter. We come in all shapes, sizes, and heights, honey. So whatever. But we gonna dunk on Jay. You gonna dunk on him for us. Block shot.
You better be prepared.
Block shot. Tell him get it out of here.
You better be prepared.
Too funny.
So Coco, what else has been going on with you since the last time we seen you?
I took a lot of naps.
Really?
I'm a nap person. I'm Pisces. Pisces nap. We nap a lot. And it's been raining down here. Mm-hmm. You know, hurricane season on its way. But my question is, and I've been seeing a lot of this going on. about interracial relationships.
Yes.
And I'm just like, I just wonder what it is like. Because I've always been with black guys or African American men. I've never like dipped my toe into the other pool. And it's just like you have?
Yeah. When I was in college a long time, what was this dude's name? There's a guy I met at school. What's his name? He was Italian. Who was it? I can't even remember his name. But one thing I can remember him, he was just he's a veteran. He just came back from the war. This was in the late 90s, and stuff. And he had like a lot of issues, but he was a real cool dude, it was nothing, And so he was Italian, straight up Italian, authentic Italian family and stuff. And we just kicking it, going out and stuff, and having fun and stuff, I messed with him for a good while. Met his family and everything. Was around his family. They just like us. You know what I'm saying? But just a different, color, different race. That's all. And it was cool.
My thing is, I want to try it.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, though.
No, you're fine. I want to try it, but it's like it is so much going on now. It's kind of weird. And a lot of people, what I don't like is that they get so much backlash about it. And you have people, the one that's outside of folks' relationships, having so many opinions. And it's like, what does that have to do with you if that's that person's preference?
Exactly.
I don't get it.
Idea.
But that's when you have to have a talk with self. Okay? Because at the end of the day, all these people that have an issue with it, okay, they're going to go back home with their opinions and forget about you, honey. You got to live with your happiness, because you didn't make a move on something that you wanted, just because of what other people thought, or you might have thought they thought or felt. And half of the time, what they thinking and feel is just ignorance, because a lot of people take all these issues that's going on today and just transfer them into straight up ignorance. Okay, if you fall in love with somebody from a different race, that has nothing to do. I'm sorry, to me, it just has nothing to do with the bullshit that's going on with the racism. You understand? Because everybody's not racist. Everybody, and it's like, and to me, I can't stand when people try to just use that as a reason just to be mad at one race. Oh, because what one person did. All right, I'm not going to say, I know it's a lot of people out there who's racist. You know what I'm saying? But we can't just keep being mad and angry at a whole race. I know there's abundance of people who done the stupid shit to us in the past, and we done been through a lot. But we all live in this world. At the end of the day, sometimes we're going to have to deal with each other. And we cannot cut a whole race off. Just like they can't cut us off, we can't cut them off. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, if you want to date outside the race, and what matters, not the colors, matter how they treat you.
Yeah.
It's matter what you
can get. Okay, like my cousin. My cousin is dating a white guy.
Again? Go ahead.
You already know that this is the mood. This is the vibe.
Cheetos and chopsticks.
I'm giving you the bag this time. I'm giving you the bag.
I hear you, girl.
But my cousin is dating a white guy, and they've been together going on, I want to say 3 or 4 years. And when she bought him around, like, because we met, I want to say Thanksgiving or Christmas, the major holidays. When you bring the boyfriend and girlfriend around on the major holidays, it's serious. It's serious then. And so I'm like, I'm looking. I said, Auntie, who this white boy? That's Brittany boy. Who? Oh, I was confused. So my humor, everybody knows, is the humor. And so I'm going back and forth with him, and he said he makes a comment. I can't remember what it was. Like I said, it was so long ago. And I was just like, sir, you might want to slow your roll just a little bit because you knew. Because you knew.
What comment did he make? If you don't mind.
And he was like, oh. Huh?
Well, no, I was just asking, what comment was he made?
I can't remember what he said, but he said something about dragging somebody. See, when you tell a black person about dragging and it sounds like a fight, that's a problem. But I can't remember everything that was said. But he was like, "Oh, well, I'm sorry." After that, because he was open enough to understand us, he's cool. He's fine. And I think that's where it all stems from. If that person is open enough to, and that goes with anybody. And that's the thing; it doesn't have to do with race. It does with anybody in general. You have to be open to how those people deal. You know what I mean? Like, cause my family, we crack jokes. We do it all.
Yep.
Like if you bring it, and it's so bad to say, but if you bring in a girl with one leg, we gonna ask you, do she work at IHOP? Terrible.
Ain't nothing a good sense of humor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. But it's just it's such a stigma of if you date outside your race, you hate your race, and I can't stand that, and I think that's so ignorant.
No. That's foolish, and like I said, that's ignorant. That's where the ignorance come from.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't make sense.
No.
Now me, I just have a preference of the tall chocolate man. That's just me.
Well, that right there is attraction. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's right there is like one of your attractions. You know?
But I've seen some very dreamy looking Spanish men, because there was this one boy in my class. His name was Ariel, but he let me call him Ariel. And I used to just sit there and play in that boy hair all day. Never did my work. I didn't know what.
Ooh, you was close enough.
But I was just running my head.
What else you play with, Coco? What else of his you play with, Coco? What else of his you play with besides his hair?
Mama might be on here watching this. So
what else you play with?
We're gonna leave it at hate. But did not get my work done in class. It didn't matter. It was free period. And I was the only girl he let do that. I was the only girl he let touch his hair. And his mom found out that I was black. Oh, she loved it.
She loved it?
She loved it. Oh my God, you are American. And like I was black, she loved it. She loved it. They were from Guatemala. She loved it. And the fact that I could speak Spanish made it even better.
Okay. Love you too.
But yeah, but we never. He moved, and that was it.
Well, listen, it's nothing wrong with absolutely nothing wrong with dating outside your race, and so some things you just can't cut off. You understand what I'm saying? And another race you can't. Like me, I go back on both of my sides, my father's side and my mother's side. Her mother was half white, Indian. So what I want to do, and that was somebody who I loved dearly. That was my grandmother. Yep. So I'm just going to disregard her because she's a part of another race, and that's a part of me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to disregard another race. I'm sorry, what you said?
I'm like, that doesn't make sense.
It don't make sense. So it's like it's something you can't escape. You know what I'm saying? It's something you can't escape. And, and I get it. There's people out there that's real angry, and sometimes they don't know how to deal with it, and they think just trying to cut everything, just break ties with a whole race, whatever, is gonna deal with it, but it's not actually. It's just gonna keep you bottled in. See, I like diversity. Fire the producer.
There
you go, Jay.
What up, Jay?
Coco, get him.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Jay, Coco said her cousin is actually 6'1". Okay. She's not 6'2".
Just so you know.
Just so you know. And her cousin said she's gonna dunk on you too. She's coming on the sports segment on Saturday, and you and her, you're going toe to toe.
Y'all gonna have the one-on-one tournament, head to head. Be ready with your basketball shorts.
Still too tall. We got the thing. I can't see what he said. Still too tall to what?
Still too tall to be a woman.
Be a woman.
What is too tall?
That don't make no sense, bro.
What
a woman should be? What
is too tall to be a woman?
Height has nothing to do with gender. No.
You can't pick her height.
Nah.
Jay, if you're watching, I just sent you the link, man. Tap in and we can do this verbally.
She won. I got. He said.
She won. I got a bad back.
I wish I could have picked my height. I'm 5 feet tall. I was on like 5'5", like regular. But I'm too tall.
It is. It's always though that the man should be taller than a woman. But come on.
Where does that come? Where does that come from?
Kyle, you tell him. Kyle, you tell him.
No, where does that come from? I am short. I am short. I am 5'4", right? I've met girls who said they wouldn't date me because of my height. Heck, I met one girl that said that they wouldn't date me because of my race. But then I realized we had nothing in common. Like, regardless of race or anything, we had nothing in common. But my last girlfriend, the one that was in a 2.5 relationship, 2.5 year relationship with, she was white, and it wasn't like really. Like we met each other through a dating site, and the algorithm put us together based on our profile, right? Okay. And I didn't like as far as I'm concerned, like she could have been anything, and if we had that connection, we had that connection, you know. We didn't think it was at first gonna turn into like a long-term, long-distance relationship, but it did, and I'm happy for it. Even if it did end, it ended in anger. But we got anger. But
who was angry?
Man, don't bring her home if she can't use the comb, man. Don't do that.
But what I will say from my perspective, in the relationship that I was in, sometimes things that she would say would be a little awkward, and it's not like she let the N-word slip or said anything, said anything about my race or anything like that. But she did say that she she always wanted to have a baby with an afro. And I got kind of offended by that. I was like, hold on a second.
She told you she wanted to have a baby with an afro.
She wanted to have a little baby with an afro. I'm like, wait, why?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, pretty much. The kid, she said it in a like she was very like her personality was very upbeat, very very for lack of a better word, like sugar, and she was kind of giggly, but also she had that Italian attitude. So don't cross her. But it was like Italian. She was Italian.
They're almost like cousins. I'm telling you, because I know a lot of Italians. I've been around a lot of Italians. They act.
She was Italian from Jersey, and you knew she was from she was from Jersey. But when she would say stuff like that, I'm like, part of me was like, because she had dated black guys before me, right? And when she had said something like that, because this was after about a year or so of us dating and getting to know each other, it did feel a little awkward because I was like, hold on, that sounds like you want to use them as a novelty. It doesn't seem like maybe it didn't seem that way to her, but it's like, okay, see it from my perspective. I also have relatives who are, I come from a very diverse background, right? So I have relatives who have dated, different, from different parts of the world, and others who unfortunately have been disowned by different parts of their family because of who they were dating. Mm-hmm. Real talk. So shoot, I even had one of my younger sisters. she's biracial, and they would tell this story about like my stepdad, how her and him and her went to Canada, and he got stopped at the border, right? Because they thought he kidnapped her. I'm like,
oh Lord.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
So and I've heard like stories like that. I've also tried to date somebody who, it was all about a personality thing to me. Like I go to like this one girl's house, and I noticed one thing, because she was half Filipino, half white, right? And I go to her house, and her mom and everybody is very gracious and everything like that. They were having a Bible study. I was like, okay, it's not really my thing, but at least I get to spend some time with you. That's the way I was thinking, right? So everybody has different experiences. The only awkward thing is the whole is the whole baby with an afro thing, because it just seems like you just want to show them off now. Because
how did she say it? I mean, did she say it because if you were disrespectful long enough, you joked around.
She had that cutesy high pitched voice. So when she would get really excited, it's like, oh my God, it's so cute. Because
let me say this, okay? And when you in an interracial relationship, all right, you're supposed to be able to get comfortable enough with one another in your relationship. In your relationship, to make little funny jokes about the other race. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, if you're comfortable enough, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So now, if she just came, you and her in a relationship, and you're trying to talk long term and all that stuff. I mean, I see nothing wrong with her saying, yeah, can't wait to have our little baby's gonna have a little afro. You know what I mean? I see nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it was just a little. It took me back a little bit.
Right? Now, if she said some stuff about, I'm gonna feed him, mix his, watermelon and chicken and his formula and stuff, that would have been taken a little too far.
She did say
things.
Y'all tripping now. Watermelon formula might be the way.
So look, we got one person here, Nicole. I hope you pronounced her name right. She said, I think people have an issue when people only date one race and exclude another. Well, me and my big mouth.
That's definitely not true. I want that white girl because she understands my struggles. Like we ain't gonna never have nothing in common for real, because we come from two different backgrounds and two different struggles. That privilege that you got, I will never understand, because I ain't never get that. When I wake up and go outside, I'm a target. You not. And when they pull us over and they see I'm in the car with a white girl, and me being big and black, they gonna put like 10 bullets in me. My mama gonna be crying. You not. So that's not true. I just ain't nothing against white people. Got a lot of white friends. Can't date a white girl though. I'm sorry. I can't even date a Mexican.
But see, here's the thing, Jay. Here's the thing. I get what you're saying, but you can't control your heart and who you fall in love with. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
My heart already found who it needed.
What you say?
My heart already found who it needed.
Well, okay. But let's say if you were still out there on the market meeting people, love is blind, love is dumb. Love has no brains. You cannot control who you fall in love with. Love has no preference at times. You know what I'm saying?
I believe in love at first sight, because I don't think the white girl
most scum bucket people. You understand what I'm saying? You cannot control who you fall in love with. Now, as far as what Nicole says, I just think that's just a person's preference. If they want to date one race, if they're a certain race themselves, they black, and they want to date just Spanish people, that's their preference. That's their preference.
Right.
Yeah. I don't think everybody do with hating your race, but everybody has a preference and they're entitled to.
Probably.
Everybody has a different preference on a whole lot of things. Like, okay, right. I'm an SSBBW. You have some men that only want SSBBW. Yeah. They say a woman that's 250 is too small.
Yeah.
You have men that say that. Again, that's their preference. And you got some men that's like, oh, I like short girls. Where are you? Question. But you have some men that just say that. I prefer short girls.
Some people like that.
Again, where are you?
Right.
Yeah.
He said, I think he missed my point. I don't know if he was talking about Jay because she said Key. Yeah, she said she think you missed the point, Jay.
I'm a forever miss the point. Ain't no point there. You said you feel like people. I can't even read like your first comment. That shit blocked. You gotta move that shit, brother.
What he said?
Looking like he's breaking up.
I don't know. He sounded like a robot.
Oh, well, her first comment was, I think people have an issue when people only date one race and exclude another. There you go. Jay, that's all we getting tonight. So he's going.
But it's fired the producer, huh?
But I think you know what? But I think the point is like sometimes, and sometimes it's none of our business. But I've even heard people say, "I don't date insert the race here anymore because such and such happened." So they're thinking that
exactly
everybody. You cannot categorize every one of their races.
Exactly.
I can't date so and so because that's like, okay, I dated 2 Haitians. They both did me wrong, did me dirty. I can't say, oh, I'll never date a Haitian again. Why would I say that? That makes no sense. I can't categorize every Haitian man because of that. That makes no sense.
That just means you were too focused on what they look like versus who they are.
No, I was not focused on what they look like because one of them, I'm mad at myself for that one. But
that's not true. You can date who you want to date. Don't nobody care who you date. You can date anybody. You can date anyone you want. Nobody care about what everybody else thinks. That's their problem. If you stop giving a fuck what people think and date who you want to date, you'll be happy in life.
Exactly.
It's an issue. It's an issue for them. Don't make their issue your issue.
Mm-hmm.
You know, don't make other people's issue your issue. I don't care who you're dating as long as they're age appropriate. Don't make anybody else's issue their issue. You know, your issue. Right.
Because at the end of the day, they going home happy and you not. Now, Nicole said, I'm a black woman, and if I refuse to date black men and only white men, it's an issue. No, it's an issue because you let it be an issue, honey.
It's an issue to other people. At the end of the day, who you going to bed with? That man
it's
or
other people? And see, once everybody stop just living life off of opinions, you'll be happy. You'll be so happy.
You got jungle fever, go to the jungle.
What?
Repeat that again.
You got jungle fever, let her go play in the jungle.
Oh.
You guys,
if she got jungle fever, let her play in the jungle.
Go ahead. You understand what I'm saying? But you gotta stop living your life and living your relationships based on opinions.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, God darn. Why even be in one? You know what I mean?
And on top of that, opinions are like assholes. Everybody got one.
Everybody got one.
Everybody's got one.
Everybody got
one. I don't know.
Honey, go ahead and date you a white man. If you want to date a white man, you find somebody, he rock your boat, he treats you good, he treats you like a queen. Because not only a black man can treat you like a queen, a Chinese, an Asian man, a white man, Indian man, they can all have the ability to treat you like a queen. If that's what you're getting treated like, that's who you should stick with. Point blank, period.
You got to get to know the person, because really the exterior that's it. That's
it.
You know what I'm saying? So if you don't get to know them for who they are and what they have up here, it's like what is the point? Is that all you're dating them for? Is the way they look?
And and just because you date in another race, that doesn't mean you're going to forget about your culture. That's what it's supposed to be when you're dating interracial. You're supposed to bring the cultures in together and teach one another about one another cultures. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep, I agree.
If you were somebody Jewish, you're going to celebrate Hanukkah and you're going to celebrate Christmas. Why not?
Yeah, it is.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Hey, that's cool and all until you meet his grandma and she got dementia and she start calling you girl and shit.
Well,
now listen, that can happen to anybody. Right. That can happen to anybody. So
the older generation, they seen a lot and they come from a different part. So sometimes you understand what I'm saying? You just have to overlook that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because you know where it's coming from. It's coming because they lived a whole different life in a whole different time. So you can't let his grandmother or her grandmother.
Remember she's sick. I'm gonna knock grandma ass out. Got me fucked up. Somebody can't call me as well.
You can't just knock grandma
out. Or a grandfather said that they lived through different generations of like racial issues, and because I mean, take for instance, my grandparents, they was born in the 1900s. You know, the early 1900s. They seen a lot. You understand what I'm saying? They seen a lot. So of course they're gonna have a lot of things that they're gonna say that might be like, ooh, really, grandma, grandpa, you still thinking like that? You still saying that? Because that's all they know. You know, that's what, you know, so we can't help that. We're in a different age of time now. You understand what I'm saying?
Or at least we hope so. There are certain things going on right now that make me feel like we're going backwards in time.
Exactly. You know? See, back in those days, they were segregated. You understand what I'm saying? So they don't understand the way we live in life because we are now so diverse. So that's why they still thinking that way. You know, and we have to try to put it on.
You have a lot of people even now with the whole Black Lives, like even just to bring this up, the Black Lives Matter movement. You have a lot of the older generation that say that we're taking it too far. But you have to remember, they marched silently. We're marching with a voice now. That's two different things. They look at us how we march right now. They looking at us like we doing too much, but it's like y'all sat down with it. We ain't sitting no more.
Right.
We sit.
Here's the thing, they couldn't do that back then. They couldn't march the way we marching now. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't. It would have been issues. You see, they had a whole town in Tulsa, Oklahoma that was burnt down. You know what I mean?
More than just Tulsa.
They tried to protest and march like we doing now.
Right.
Half of us wouldn't even exist probably.
Wouldn't even be here right now to talk about it.
Exactly. It's interesting because in other countries, at least from what I've seen, there's still an issue, but also it's not even just their race; it's the whole they're foreign. So I feel like they're in they're going into my culture and disrespect my culture and stuff like that. It's like I find it interesting because racism is everywhere. It's not just America. Racism is everywhere, right? But people have perfect example. Trevor Noah, product of an interracial marriage. When he was born, it was a freaking apartheid. He was illegal. Mm-hmm. He was illegal, and now he's like
out of Cheetos.
And now he's on Comedy Central doing his thing and talking about it and making it funny. He's talking about racism from his perspective and making it very funny and also making people think. I don't know if I'd be able to survive what he went through if it was me.
Oh, none of us would have. None of us would have.
Like one time, my mom asked me because we watched the Black Panther Party documentary, the PBS documentary. Right. Mm-hmm. And she asked me, would I be a Black Panther? I'm like, I'd probably be somewhere in the kitchen giving away food. I can't see myself marching only because I know how frail I am. That's probably it, But at the same time, if I was raised in that time period, my mentality would probably be different,
Right.
Now, Nicole says, I have a Latin girlfriend and she refused to date Latin men because she finds them to be repulsive, which is crazy to me. I mean, that's stereotyping, but I mean, sometimes some people do it and some people get stuck on stereotyping and everything just because of one incident or, running a hat with somebody from that race or whatever. And that's
bad experience and it sets you
right. I mean, sometimes that happens. Sometimes one bad experience, like you said, can just like make up your mind about something and everything. But
it's unfortunate.
It could even be her own toxic family member that she see like, ooh, my people like this, I don't want to deal with that. It could be that too. But I have uncles, like my one uncle, he a hoe. Oh, he a hoe.
Now, Nicole said something interesting. She said, just like we have black men who refuse to date their own black woman. Now, to me, that right there, that says something different to me. When you say refuse to, that means they just not trying to at all. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Like
because of some certain some reason or another that has nothing to do. To me, I know guys like that who refuses to date black women. Maybe black. They refuse it, and that's just because they don't want to.
I hate the ones who be like, I don't date black women because they loud. I don't date black women
because they're loud.
I want to say something, but I'm not. So
I don't get it, and this is why I don't understand. You're not gonna date a black woman, but your mama a black woman. I don't get it.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. You can't use some people mama as an example because some people mama the reason they don't date black women.
And I was gonna when I just said I want to say something, but I'm not. But I'm glad you brought it up because now I'm gonna say it.
Get it out.
Men who refuse to date a black woman, to me, that means something happened with that black woman that raised them. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
That's also a good point.
That's where it starts from. I don't want to talk about nobody mamas on here, but to me, that's where it starts from. Because when you're being raised, when you got the mother raising you, that's the nourishment there that they showing you what you should get and what you should want and what type of woman you should be looking for. Okay, and I'm not gonna limit it to I'm not gonna say they say, oh, you should look for only a black woman. Because most mamas want a man to look for somebody like them, who treats them like them, who can cook like them, who will continue nourishment like them. You came through a black woman. Right, exactly. You came through a black woman. So that means there's something going on with that issue with that black man and his mama. If he refused to date a black woman. That's the only thing I can relate that to. Part of his self-hatred or trying to have what was always taboo. It's a mentality going back. Well, see, you said he refuses to date black women. So now, are you meaning he refuses to date black women and only dating white women, or is he dating any other race? Because if he's dating any other race, I mean, I'm not going to say it's a mentality about black slaves and stuff. I mean, maybe he's just dating other races and had issues with his mama.
Oh, that one came from Adrian, though. That came from Adrian.
When black women only date white men, it's cool. When black dude only date white women, oh my God, he hate black women. That's crazy. That's crazy. We got to stop with the double standard.
I've heard it from both sides, bro. I've heard it from both sides.
I've heard it from both sides.
Yeah.
I heard that the black woman don't love herself. The black woman don't love herself because she dating this white man who gonna do this, that, and that. The black man don't love himself and he dating a white woman and she gonna. You ain't on both sides.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, both sides. That's a good. Yeah, both sides. Some dudes just think only white women have good hair and all that stuff, and they think about how their babies are gonna look with this white woman and stuff. Yeah, they do that. Yeah, a lot of men do that, and some females do that too. A lot of females do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you right now, every mixed baby don't look cute. If that's what you thinking you gonna do, every mixed baby.
Stop talking about them talks, man. She here.
Weezer.
No offending. Offending nobody. I'm just saying.
But wouldn't that count for babies, period? Like not every baby looks
no, because I was a beautiful baby. So
I'm not saying it's not a rule. What I'm saying is that could count for anybody until they start growing up.
They don't.
The thing is, they always had the stigma of if the baby mix is gonna be beautiful. They have that stigma of
they have that thought process.
Mm-hmm.
And I can show my baby picture because she was beautiful and she's a black on black baby. So,
but you do have some people who purposely want their children to be mixed white because they think their child are gonna grow up privileged. Excuse me.
Exactly.
The only thing I got, I want my baby mama to at least be 6'2", so I can get an NBA baby.
He said he wanted baby mama to be what?
6'2",
so I get an NBA baby.
6'2", So
So,
no,
yeah,
that's what you want.
I'm trying to send my
Regina
friend
is in a relationship.
Go ahead, tell Coco. Tell Regina don't even want you. That's what she's saying.
no, I don't want Regina. Me and Regina can't do nothing.
Why can't you and Regina do nothing? She's 6'1".
Why you Regina can't do nothing?
I got a bad
She is
back.
a beautiful black queen. What do you mean?
Oh, she ain't gonna want me. I got a bad back. I can't do that with her.
Oh,
You stupid. I cannot.
I was talking to a Latin man, and he told me he will never date a black woman because we're crazy. And I told him based off of stereotypes. That's stereotype.
that is a stereotype.
That's a stereotype. Yeah.
That is a stereotype. It's true for me, but that's a stereotype.
Look, anybody can be considered crazy regardless of where they come.
Anybody can get crazy. Any race can get crazy.
Who's the type of people you're dealing with?
Lorena Bobbitt was fucking white, and look what she did. She got crazy and cut her man's dick off. I mean, really. So any woman has the ability to get crazy if they fucking get pushed. Point blank, period.
Anybody can snap. Anybody can snap at any time.
At anybody
can snap at any time.
Exactly. Adrian says, I've seen people talk about their child in front of their face about how they wish they had here was like another child that was lighter, complected with straight hair. The amount of damage that can do. Yeah, that is. But
man, you're gonna have growing up with complexes. No.
I ain't gonna cap. If your mom ever says shit like that, you gotta be like, "Hey, look who made me."
Man,
some people ain't meant to be parents, and that's what that right there. That whoever did that is just not meant to be a parent. You know what I'm saying?
One of my closest friends said she did not like blondes. Now, I'm like, why don't you like blonde? Now she had seen the blonde stereotypical person, you know what I'm saying, the way they act, like the whole blondes are dumb thing, which is not true. But I'm like, hold on, she was blonde, but she didn't want it, but she always like dyed her hair. I'm like, why are you hating yourself, your natural hair? It's just your natural hair, you know? I don't get it.
Yeah. Just to say what she said, Adrian said Lorena Bobbitt wasn't white, she was Ecuadorian. My point is, though, Adrian, look, she wasn't black, she wasn't Spanish, and those are always the ones who saying the crazy woman. We're black and Spanish. She was Ecuadorian, she still snapped.
Yeah. Hey. It's about the person.
Right, it's about the person.
It's about the individual.
You know what I mean? The individual. You know, you're gonna snap. You're gonna snap.
Don't matter. She was still crazy for what she did. She was still crazy for what she did.
Yeah, true.
At the end of the day, at the beginning of the night.
It's about the actions. It's about what she did, not what she is. You know.
Yeah. People snap. Now listen. That you seen that movie, The Burning Bed? That I think that was based on a true story. She was white. The person snapped, and she burned the man up. I mean, you know, while he was sleeping. So you gonna snap. You're gonna snap. A woman can get crazy, like a man can get crazy.
Hey, Big Dog.
The whole TV show developed to it.
Exactly.
Remember when we were talking about that? When we were talking last Friday about the woman who shot her husband for leaving her.
Yeah.
Did they say what she was?
She's black. She was black.
She was black.
She was black.
Mm-hmm.
There are times growing up where my mom would watch like she'd catch me watching a talk show or something, like say more like it was Maury Povich back before all the back before all he had was who's the baby daddy thing. But sometimes when they would mess up and they'd have to introduce the guests, my mom would come back from behind me and say, "Please don't let them be black. Please don't let them be black. Please don't let them be black." And I'm like, "Ma, why are you saying that?" Right? Mm-hmm. Then I grew up and I got it. I was like, "Man, I'm sorry. You're making everybody look bad. This is what they think black people are like, and this is what they'll show because this is America. We love drama."
Yeah, that's the stigmatism that
so
they gave us.
Nicole says black women are on the bottom of the totem pole when it comes comes to desirability in media and society. I mean, to me, that's opinions. Okay,
that's opinion.
And if any black women feels that they on the bottom of the totem pole, that's because they putting themselves there, and that's their security issues.
There's a lot of, unfortunately, there's a lot of stories of that's the reason why a lot of black women were abused, because they were so, because they were so beautiful, they were sought after. They either other women would be like, oh, why are the men only paying attention to her because she's got curves, because she's got this, because she's got that,
exactly.
So they kind of
goes back. That even goes back to the beginning of time with the women in Louisiana, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
Women in Louisiana, for instance, they made a law that the black women have to cover their hair with the hair wraps. That's how hair wraps became a fashion, because they adorned them with jewels and different type of fabrics and everything. And basically did not even realize that now you're fast forwarding a style and a trend. And even with the lighter skinned women. Okay, my sister is light skinned, same mama, same daddy. For some odd reason, people would think that she was more desired than me because I'm darker skinned, but she's so shy, it's crazy. It makes no sense. But people would pick her first over me. So says, society. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just weird. Like my one of my younger sisters, she's also lighter than me. People thought that we had different dads, and we have the same dads. Like after a while, you gotta say, guys, pick up a science book at some point.
Just a review, right?
Just to review it. That's it.
It's a shame.
Go ahead, Coco. Take that one.
Okay, it's a shame black people are taught to hate what naturally comes out of their head. When you think about it, it's amazing no one had the kind of hair we have. I think here, I think that is a uniqueness that God gave us, and we should celebrate it. And I get that completely.
Yeah,
most definitely.
I totally agree.
I agree, and then at the same token, my hair was not always natural. I had a perm when I was a little girl. And the reason is because my mother did not know how to do natural hair. She just did not know. She did not have the tools nor the research for it because she had a perm.
Right.
So I was 5 because my hair was long and thick. My mom gave me a perm at 5. I was 5 years old when I got my perm.
Oh my gosh.
But my hair was super thick and took out all my hair. And my mom had to reverse it, doing a vinegar wash and everything. And my scalp is so sensitive, but my hair is so thick. I had to use super perm. And I got tired of it. And I was just like, you know what? I'm done with getting a perm. I took it upon myself to basically put my crown back on my head.
Right.
And when I was first going natural, my mom couldn't stand it. She said, oh, that looks so nappy. That looks this, that. But I had to educate her.
Right.
This is what you birth if you don't know that.
Yeah.
And I had to explain to her that perm and stuff, that's a European thing. That's not us. Yes, we have black people that came up with different formulas for it, but at the same time, that's a European thing. That's not me. This what you call nap, these coils, these curls and all that, that's me. And I had to explain that to her. Now she gets it. So when she see me wrap up my hair and wear the 2 puffs, that looks so cute. I wouldn't be able to wear them 2 puffs if my hair was perm, mama. I don't know if you know that or not. I wouldn't be able to rock the braids that I wear if my hair was perm, mama. And I had to explain that to her because she didn't know.
Now, Luana says, "Oh, go ahead, Kyle. I'm sorry."
No. Go ahead. I'm just.
No, we just had another comment on the block. Luana says, "When I'm with my mother, people don't believe she's my mother because she's light skinned and I'm dark." So that happens a lot. That really happens. Like genetics, you know.
Genetics are funny.
Genetics are funny. Yeah. Genetics. Let me tell you something. My brother, I had two brothers. My brother Daryl, completely different complexions from me and my brother Ron. You know what I'm saying? He was dark. You know, he was darker, very darker, and it just comes with genetic. Matter of fact, I look at both of my parents' sides. Like my father, he was light, and my mother was light, and I'm like, well, where did Daryl get that from? But it came from genetics. Also, skipped generations because now my father, my grandfathers on both of my sides, my mother's side and father's side, they were both real dark-skinned men. You know, and I think that's where my brother got that from. You know, so genetics skip. It really do.
Yeah.
It's
because like my sister is lighter than I am, same mama, same daddy, and it's so funny because even up until now, people will see our pictures on Instagram and stuff, and they like, "Oh, that's your sister," and it's like, "Yeah, she's right across the hall. Like that's my blood sister." And like people used to ask us all the time, "Y'all got the same mama? Y'all got the same daddy?" It came to the point where we had Spanish people walk up to us, spoke English to me.
Oh, I get that all the time. Yeah, I get that. I get that.
And my sister was looking, she was looking like, "What the heck?" And they're like, "Oh, you speak English?"
We need somebody to speak Spanish to this person. I'm like, I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing at all. I'm coma.
And they get mad.
I know how to say it. What does it mean? I don't know. So I'm not your person. I get that all the time. They'll be talking straight up English to the next person, and then if I'm like, I never forget when I go to the store, they be talking English to the next person in front of me, and then when I get there, they just go start, and I'm looking like, okay, you have to start all over, but saying it in English. Adrian, I would natural in corporate America, and you would have thought I killed someone.
She said, "What?"
She said,
"She went natural in corporate America, and you would have thought she killed someone." People looked at her strange because she was rocking her crown.
Mm-hmm.
And there's there's way too many stories of that. There's way too many stories of kids getting suspended from school because of their hair. People get fired from jobs because of their hair.
Right.
Yeah. Did y'all hear about the librarian that cut how old was that baby? I think she was like in the 2nd or 3rd grade. The librarian cut the little girl hair.
Oh man.
Who is she to do that? Oh, if I was that mom.
My thing is, where do you get off? Where do you get off thinking that that's okay?
If I was that mom, like, really? You gonna cut my child here?
I don't know.
I mean,
we would have gave her a straight up fade the next day.
That don't make no sense. Now, to piggyback on that, that librarian obviously did not have the right to do that. But they had this one teacher who got fired because she actually did the little girl's hair. And they showed a picture of the little girl come with her hair looking a hot mess. And the teacher, you know how your mama used to do the little 2-strand twist with the little baubles and all that? She did the little girl hair like that. And the mama got mad and the teacher got fired.
But see, let me tell you something. That's over because I get it. She maybe because she felt bad because the girl was probably coming to school without her hair did and everything, but that's overstepping your boundaries. Report it to the school system. Say, listen, we got to check on to see what's going on at home because the child is coming to school. She's looking a hot mess. You know, I'm feeling abuse, you know, or child mistreatment and stuff. But you don't take it upon yourself unless you already speak it over with the school. You know what I'm saying? And to do a child's hair. I don't think that.
And the teacher said that the reason why she did it is because the little girl was getting bullied.
Well, here's the thing.
So
if the child came to school and she had like a bobo barrette that came out of place and fell off, I can see the teacher going to fix it. Okay, but now if the child's getting bullied because she's coming to school every day and evidently it's because the mother's not giving her damn, Okay, before you take it upon yourself and try to fix the situation yourself, you have to go talk that over with the school. You understand what I'm saying? You can't be like, listen, we got an issue here. Child's getting bullied because she's coming to school like this. Seems like she's getting mistreated from home. You can't just take it upon yourself and fix it because guess what? There's a crazy mama at home that for some reason she's gonna come out and try to be a parent now because you made her look bad and fixed her child's hair. She sent her child to school looking like a hot mess, and you sent her child home looking like something, and she caught offense to that because she's crazy ass. And now your job is online because they're saying you stepped out of bounds. So you should go and talk this over with the school board or whoever. You understand?
I did that. I was volunteering.
It's your job before that child's hairdo. Point blank, period. You got to pick, you know what I'm saying?
But I took it upon myself to do the little girl hair because I never met the mama. And I finally got a chance to meet the mother because the uncle came in to pick up. And I asked him, I said, well, where's her mother? And I went to go talk to the mama. Now, mind you, I was just a volunteer. Ain't nobody employed. But I felt some type of way. And I look at the mama. Mama got nails done, hair done, everything done. And the little girl has broken shoes. Pants on backwards and everything. And I explained to her mother, this is unacceptable for this little girl to come to school like this. This pretty little black girl needs to have everything that she needs to be able to function in school.
Right.
So the mama, well, I'm trying. I told her I need you to try harder. She came to school the next day, completely different child.
Well,
so sometimes it does take
you did it right. You had a conversation with the parent first and let them fix the issue. You understand what I'm saying? You don't go and let the child come to school.
I feel like I shouldn't have had to do that for your child.
We have to.
I should have had to do that for your child.
We have to because you got to understand though, when you're dealing with children and parents are sending your children to the schools every day, you're more than teachers. You're counselors, therapists, doctors, nurses. Yeah, everything. You know what I'm saying? But you still have boundaries that still have to be kept. You understand what I'm saying? And you did the right thing. You spoke to the mother, and what you did is you brought attention and put light on her bullshit. Because now she's like, okay, the school is noticing this. Now I got to get on my P's and Q's. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But that other situation, well, a parent, the teacher just go ahead and be like, okay, little Tay coming to school again looking a hot mess. Let me do like here. Okay, yeah. And she found out little Tay has a crazy ass mama at home. You know what I'm saying?
She just did it the wrong way.
Right.
She had great intentions. She did it the wrong way.
Yeah, good intentions. I get it. Good intentions. Because that's something in my heart. I probably would have felt to do the same thing. You know, some of us are not, especially if you have kids. Well, okay, I hear looking at, so let me fix this baby's hair. You know, but still, you're dealing with different crazy world. You know, if you don't know what this child got at home, the type of mother she got at home and stuff, you can't because you don't know what's going to come after you. This mother probably never been to a goddamn PTA meeting, but she came out when her child got sent home with a nice hairdo because she's fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? And now this teacher's job is on the line because she just had good intentions trying to be. But guess what? Sometimes the system corrects and they protect the crazy. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Yeah.
So because they don't see the beauty in our natural hair, oh yeah, you know, just. Some people just don't, they, you know, for a lot of people, they found insecurity, they have insecurities and they just never really happy with themselves stuff. But Adrian says, since when is hair not being done, being mistreated at home? Sometimes mothers, especially single mothers, are stretched so thin. We do our best. Maybe we can't get every part perfect. Okay, Adrian. So again, okay, now, I'm saying the teacher who did this child's hair, okay, she must have seen some type of pattern of this child coming to school looking not presentable. And that's the reason why she did it here. Now, if there's a pattern of this and this child is continuously coming to school like this, that means something is going on and it's a little mistreatment. Okay, that goes far beyond the mother ain't got time to do this or do that. Okay, and honestly, I know Adrian, okay, I think if, and I know when her child goes to school, and, good staff and stuff, Now I think Adrian. She's a phenomenal mother, and she always makes sure her daughter has everything she needs and it's prepared going out to the world. Little D, Adrian gonna kill you for saying that, but it's a little inside joke. But however, I think if say one day, little if her baby went to school and a barrette or something was missed out of place, and the teacher fixed it, Adrian would not have a problem with that. Because again, This is what we do. We send our children to school, and we want them to be protected and cared after and loved. Okay?
Agreed.
But on the other hand, this other lady who we was referring to, she was crazy because she was sending her child to school every day like that and got mad because her child came home looking presentable. You understand what I'm saying? That means something's going on with her.
Obviously, the teacher sees this. It can't. It's obviously not. I see it one day. I'm a fix it thing. No, this had to be a pattern of something.
A pattern, exactly.
Yeah.
Because children play. Do you know how many times my mom used to whoop me because I lose a barrette or something because I done played outside? Children play outside and they play wild and everything. But this is in the morning. Soon as this baby get to school, that's a problem.
Right. Every day. You understand what I'm saying? Like there's a pattern. Like we all know, we all had them schoolmates that came to school every day just smelling or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's a pattern. And that's a mistreatment because if you're leaving a house where it is adults at and you're coming out as a child smelling or just not looking presentable, dirty clothes, that means you're not being taken care of. Point blank period.
Simple.
And if there's always a pattern.
And then who's to say that the child didn't have plaits? Maybe the old school style plaits, and maybe get on the bus, a couple kids teased her, and she takes some loose herself. We don't know. Right. But like you said, if it's a certain pattern, it's still the respect. I think the proper, procedure is for, okay, let me send a couple of letters home because we tired of this issue. Like, you should have followed protocol instead of just saying, I'm going to do a good gesture for this parent without knowing the parent. Because that parent might work a 12-hour shift and get off in the morning when the child's getting ready for school and don't have time to braid and plait and do all the extra necessities. Exactly. So for you to step into my place without my consent, I have a problem there.
There you go. Exactly.
It's the principle of what you've done. Yes, I'm appreciative, but you finna feel my wrath because what you did was totally wrong. Because you could have called me, sent a letter. You know what I'm saying? We could have made arrangements to fix this problem. And then I would have had no problem with saying, well, can you do it outside of class? Or if I send her a few minutes early, can you get it done before class starts? And we don't have to deal with the preliminary issue.
And you know what I think the biggest problem with it was? The teacher put it on social media. I think that teacher would not put it on social media.
Why?
There we go. See, now I even have a deeper issue with that teacher. Now I even have a deeper issue.
No, why?
With that teacher.
Why you had to grab your head?
No, because look, you can't. No, not everything is meant to be. Not everything is meant to be put online.
And out the bottom of our heart,
consent from the parent.
She did this to make a ridicule out of the situation.
So she lost her job. I don't feel bad for her anymore.
Exactly.
Oh, you felt bad now?
And like at first for her losing her,
well, you didn't say
job, the only thing I felt bad about was because I saw her probably trying to help because we didn't know the full situation. Right. I do, however, have a problem with her not talking it over with the mother because really you're not supposed to touch anybody else. I don't care who it is. You're not supposed to touch anybody else's kid. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, why didn't you have some kind of conversation? And why would you put it on social media? Because then everybody thinks that you're just doing it to show off for clout. That's not an example you want to set.
Right. And then you're putting this child out there like that on social media.
Exactly. Because now the child, because we don't know what's going on in the child's head. The kid could be embarrassed and only did it because teacher doesn't want to be disrespected. You know. So I'm just saying. So sometimes social media is a curse, and
lesson on everyone.
You're just messing with everybody, and sometimes some people just think it's for likes.
That was a dumb move. She deserved to lose her job if she lost it.
Yeah, you violated that.
Yeah, I try to see things from both sides of the coin. I try my best. Sometimes it doesn't work out that way. I was not 100% with her. My whole thing was she didn't consult the mom. You didn't talk to the mom. You don't know the background of what's going on with the kid and the mother. So therefore, unless the kid asked her to do it, then even if the kid asked her to do it, she have to the appropriate thing to say, well, listen, right, we have to ask your mom. You still got to ask your mom. You still got to ask your mom.
Listen,
but you got to look at the social media too. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. No, but I was going to say, a lot of these teachers, they can look at it if they had a child in their class for at least a good week or two, a new child, they can already assess the situation and know where this child is coming from. You understand what I'm saying? If you got a child that came to school one day, you know what I'm saying? They had a spot on their shirt. Their hair wasn't done, all of whatever and everything. But all the other days they was coming fine. The mother had a busy morning. You understand what I'm saying? But you get these children that's coming to school every day, messed up clothes, dirty, smelly, hair's not done. Then that's a pattern. And you don't take it in your hands to try to resolve it. When you have a pattern like that, that's when the school got to get involved. You know what I'm saying? Because that means it's going. But
then you went as far as put it on social media, though.
Right? Then you want to put it on social media. No.
So I can imagine that's probably what upset the parent even to a volcanic rate. Because now Sheila done called her talking about, girl, why you didn't tell me your daughter needed a hair done from school?
Right.
I got a whole, what I'm saying? I do this type of stuff. I would have did it free of charge. But then I see it on social media and she nappy-headed, and then I gotta wait for, Susie done platted her up and put some bows on her. Girl, now we gotta address this because it's all over Instagram or whatever.
Right, and that goes to show the mother's still crazy because now the mother's only caring because her shit is out there on blast. She wasn't caring when she was sending her child out in the world like that, but now she cared because people were seeing it, and now they're gonna be talking about her.
Right.
It's a crazy world that we live in, y'all.
Yeah.
Crazy ass world. You know what I'm saying? That's why, like I said, everybody's not meant to be parents.
Well, my mom used to do that. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I used to dread them days because I swear my mom was trying to kill me. And I used to cry so. Oh, I used to cry because I'm tender-headed.
Girl, you talking? My mama used to have my little chubby ass on that floor, straightening my hair. Yeah, I used to have the hot comb and everything, and the curling iron, the little curler, the old school curlers, the ones you put on the stove. Shit.
Oh, the one that
and the flat, and not the flat iron. I'm pressing the straighten comb and stuff. Yeah,
I used to
be right on the floor.
Mama, why are you kidding me? Mama,
I used to have to get the kitchen, get in back of the kitchen, and do the kitchen.
Oh, girl,
you used to have to get back in the kitchen. Hold your head still, girl, so I don't burn you. Oh, Lord have mercy. I remember them words like it was yesterday. If you make me burn you, beat your ass.
You gotta hold your ear down so she can
hold your ear down. Hold your ear down. Hold your ear down. Don't let it go until I say let it go.
Right.
Girl. Do you have to wipe with newspaper to cool off? What? I don't see it.
Wait a minute.
You talking about
when y'all was getting the hot comb and stuff, when you had to grab that newspaper and cool off?
Oh no,
no, we couldn't move. We couldn't move. Shit. What you mean? Wipe the newspaper? I couldn't move. You had to deal with that damn sweat until it was over.
Man,
I'm telling you.
My mom used to do that with my sister. Not so much the hot comb, but like twists and braids and stuff. My mom's been a beautician for like 35 plus years, so I would see that at the on the weekend or something. We put on a movie or put on something on the TV to distract from what was going on, but you still knew that she was in pain. So when I started working for my mom at the shop, and occasionally I would hear stuff like that coming from like customers' kids, I feel so bad for them, because even though I've never been through it myself, I always kept my hair this short. I've witnessed it, so it just made me feel bad for him, you know.
I used to swear my mom was trying to kill me. She trying to. I don't know what I did wrong. I'm sorry for whatever it was. We don't have to do this. Like that's me trying to argue with.
I used to hate it.
Easy. My sister
my mother would take it off the fire and rub it with news. Oh no, my mother she didn't do a newspaper. She used to rub it with a paper towel. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
paper towel.
Yeah. She used to take the hot comb off the fire and rub it with newspaper to cool it off. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that, Rick.
My mother used to do it with a paper towel. You used to have the paper towel just fold up. You see the little brown marks from the comb thing on the paper. Girl.
And you hear about it, you hear it and smell it.
Yes.
That's one thing you cannot get rid of.
That green hair grease, that's hair grease right up there.
We used to use Sulfur 8 and Blue Magic.
Blue Magic, And then afterwards, what do they wrap the hairdo with afterwards? Them pink sponge curlers. Remember those? Oh Lord have mercy.
God, those curlers. My mom was on lime green. Ours was lime green. She used pink. The lime green were the smaller ones.
My mother always used the pink ones. Well, I always had a lot of hair, but the pink ones. And just all over, going in rolls in the back. Going in the row. Oh,
when she wanted to do the little candy curls, when she wanted to do like the little candy curls, she would set it with the green ones because they were smaller. Easter and Christmas.
Oh, forget about Easter. The night before Easter, all through the house. What? Straight in here, goddamn hot comb.
Right.
And it was just terrible up all night.
Yeah, Luana said, remember when they accidentally burned your hair? Yeah, and burned your ear, and then they yell at you for it. Why you make me burn your ear, girl? Didn't I tell you not to move?
I didn't move.
I didn't move, right.
I didn't move. That was the mannequin challenge before the mannequin challenge.
Yeah.
I didn't
move. The mannequin challenge, yeah, stay still while you get your hair straightened.
Right. So, real quick, guys.
How you expecting the child to stay still and you hearing the sizzle on your head? How? I'm hearing you cooking popcorn on my scalp, ma'am.
Now, what were you saying, big dog?
I was saying real quick, you're entitled to date whoever you choose to date, no matter the race, creed, or color. There's no judgment. Just live your best life. Stop waiting for people's opinion to decide how your relationship should go. That's that on that subject. Exactly. Be happy. Be married.
Be happy.
Mic drop.
Be happy. That's all. You know what I'm saying? If you 6'2" woman, and you want to go out there and get a 5'2" man, and that's gonna make you happy, then do it.
Go ahead, Regina. We support you.
We support you, Regina. We got you. Matter of fact, we got Kyle for you. I want Kyle. I want Kyle to be
that 5'5" man. You do it, cuz.
Exactly. I think Kyle will blow Regina's mind, boy.
There it is.
Right, it wasn't no AC, so we just had to sit with it. Yeah, and your mother used to blow on it to make it a little easier. Remember? She'd blow on it.
Girl.
Man. Flashbacks, ladies and gentlemen. We're allowed to have them during this segment.
Flashbacks like this.
Real.
Flashbacks. Just flashbacks. Coming up as a black child. Coming up in the black house. Come on, what else? What else we used to do in the black house?
Oh, God.
Bologna sandwiches. Because we all ate.
Yeah.
5 bologna sandwiches.
Yep.
We all dug in that block of cheese. That the government used to mac and cheese, though, right?
The best
that I never witnessed. I knew people that did it, but I don't.
You never had no government cheese?
I don't remember ever going. Ever going.
You ain't no real little black boy.
When you call yourself trying to run in and out the house, you better be inside or your outside, but you ain't better be in and outside.
All the time. I'd rather stay inside. But
exactly. Who done had syrup sandwich? I done did it.
Definitely did the syrup sandwich. Pork and beans.
Pork
Oh,
and beans.
that.
Pork and beans used to dress it up with the ground
What
beef.
you mean?
Shit.
Pork and beans.
I still eat that.
Time and dress it
Being
up with some
inside before
ground
the
beef.
street light came on.
Had to be inside before the street lights came.
Ooh. Listen, I had to be in for that porch light. That porch light on, I gotta go. I gotta go.
Yep.
My
Going out,
parents
make
so
sure I
bad.
can see you. Wherever you're going,
My
make sure I can
parents
see
so bad.
you.
They didn't let us cross the street.
Mm.
I could not
Right.
cross the street until I got into middle school.
Remember being in school and used to get well, not even in school, but you used to get beans and franks for lunch. You used to put the beans on top of franks and
Yeah.
Oh,
and
boy.
that
Oh
was-
yeah, I still do that.
Let me tell you something. We was in elementary school. You know how they used to serve pizza?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My bestie, Adrian, nobody was able to eat their pizza at all. Yeah, I'm blowing her up. Everybody, she would have a gourmet lunch that I was sending her to school with, and she was gonna harass everybody for this that damn rectangle pizza.
That pizza fine. What you
the
mean?
best pizza they
Yeah,
ever
rectangle
invented was
pizza.
that rectangle pizza.
Like you
That's
waited.
fine.
I waited 2 weeks for that pizza. It wouldn't come out every week. It would be.
You was another one that liked that pizza.
I liked it because
Pizza.
it was something that actually tasted okay. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the best, but it tasted okay. And then I wash it down
We
with my
go out
chocolate milk.
every Friday.
I'm good. Yeah.
Every Friday.
And them damn grilled cheese sandwiches in the plastic.
Oh, I didn't like those. I'd wait till my mom made them at home. And my mom was the type to buy a sandwich maker. So
Right.
those straight.
You are the sandwich maker. What is a maker? What is that? Your
It's
mama
a-
bought a sandwich maker. You are the sandwich maker.
She would do both. Occasionally she would make them with just the regular way. But then when she got the sandwich maker, then she hooked up the sandwich maker.
That ain't the regular way is a better way, the old school way.
That
Adrian,
part.
she stole 9 slices of pizza from school one day when we was in elementary school.
Oh wow.
Right.
They was giving it away and she took it home.
Right.
Oh well, listen, I don't blame them. I miss school chocolate milk.
Oh yeah, the chocolate milk
was
and them
fire.
cookies.
What? Big ass cookies.
And
Damn, those were good cookies.
Right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time for the show wrap up. Coco, as usual, you've been an amazing Thursday guest.
Yeah.
Definitely putting this slide up. Got a lot of vital information out of tonight's show. Y'all already know we wrapping up season 4. We got probably about 3-4 more episodes. I don't know when I won't stop. I probably ain't. I don't know. It's me. I'm busy these days. You already know what time it is. I'm gonna need y'all to continue to download the block today, free in all app stores. And Lady Tasha will
Right.
explain. This is her segment. Go.
Block. That's right. Go. It's available in all app stores. Okay, it costs you nothing. Go download it. Search up Everything Entertainment Expo. Download it to your phone. Join in with us. Promote what you need to promote. Your brand, your talent. If you don't have nothing to promote, you just want to meet some people, come do that too. All right, we here on the block. There's no restrictions. There's no jail time for anything. Come on, speak freely. As long as you're not trying to hurt somebody or threaten somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But just come on. New social media by us for us. You know what I mean? And, we stream every day on Who They Want. Go to Who They Want. Look up Who They Want. Download. He got a platform too for you to download because he streams everywhere. Sign up for that membership, people. Come on, let's support. It's only $7.99 a month. You know what I mean? We support everything else. Let's support this. You know what I'm saying?
You did. And y'all make sure y'all check out A for Able podcast by my man Kyle E. He talks mental health. He has other different projects that he worked on. The man's so multi-talented, people. Y'all need to give him this props.
Same to everybody here. Matter of fact.
You did. We got to give each other credit because that's the thing I think we shed the light off on is giving people credit where it's due.
Yeah.
Because we so busy trying to build up hate and this evilness. Like, we got to stop. We in a pandemic. We losing people like every hour, every second, bro. And we have no control. So I encourage y'all to get vaccinated. If you ain't, Y'all can kill all that conspiracy hype and all that stuff. This is about living to see tomorrow. So that is very important.
Very important.
Yep,
And that
yep.
is this. And Adrian said, Kyle, she wants to know how can she find your podcast.
You can find my podcast, A for Abled, everywhere you listen to podcasts. My primary is Anchor, but I'm also on Spotify. I'm also on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, etc. We talk about everything from mental health to people with disabilities. Anybody who has a story to tell and just wants a safe space to tell it without being judged or boxed in, come check us out on A for Able.
Here we go.
Yep,
Here we
yep.
go.
Coco, you got any shout outs before we wrap this up?
Shout out to my cousin Regina. Hey, girl. Shout out to my girl Butter at It's Butter on Instagram. Shout out to the whole big girl community, BBW,
BBWs. Here we go.
And I just thank you for wanting me on here again. Y'all must really like me. But thank you. Appreciate it.
And ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back for Fat Girl Freestyle Friday with Kimberly Denise on tomorrow's segment. Tune in. We out.